Most welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to take you through the why it's important for a mother or a father or for the parents to be around with their children or to play around with their children or to spend more time with their children, right? So you have, if you are one of the parents, you have to understand why it's so important and how you can handle your children. It's really important. It's going to help you a lot, right? Even it's going to build your children to be in that way very very brilliant one, right? Even maybe just a baby is going to grow very very well. So I'm going to take you through different steps that I'm going to explain here, and the initial step is it helps to build this the sense, the positive sense of self-worth, right? The children, they are going to understand that you really value them, right? They feel valued by their parents, right? And it's really really important why you have once you have created this bond in them, and even try to increase the positive self-esteem, the way they are going to feel about themselves. They're going to feel loved by their parents. It's going to be really important for them as they are growing, they are changing their mentality, you understand? So the way they are going to reason things is going to be different, right? Because they have that uh, sense of feeling that they are loved and they are valued by their parents, right? So it's really really important that you have to understand. Another point is it helps to build a strong relationship between the parents and the children. Once you are spending more time, you have to understand. Sometimes a baby will come near to you and be praying with you. Most of the time, we feel missing you in moments where maybe you have just moved out from your child. So, if you spend more time with them, they are going to have that strong relationship between you and them, which is going to help them to understand how to build the relationship with even outside people, because you are the initial point of socialization where it's taking place as a family, where it's taking place. Now once you create that, you are helping your child to grow well. And once it comes to social health is going to be right. It's not going to face a lot of challenges because you created the conducive environment for your children. You were spending more time trying to plant that type of skill, how to socialize with people, how to love people. So once the child is growing up, it's going also to create a very conducive relationship between others as well as yourself as a parent. So you have to understand that how to take care of your child. You spend more time with your children so that they have to grow well. So they have also to impact the other people in their as they are growing up, as they are living their lives, right? Um, Another point, it adds joy in them. They feel happy. You understand? When you spend more time, parents when they're charging, praying with their children, they feel happy. They feel all right. Feel they feel welcomed. All right, that type of joy is really important and brilliant for their change, for their growth. So you have to understand that once you are doing that, you are helping your child to to be happy, to plant something in them, that when they grow up they have to be always happy. They have to feel happy. They don't have to feel like they don't have to be upset most of the time. Once they're having that kind of character, it's not fair at all. They are going to face challenges in socializing with people. Happiness, joy is the one thing that is going to create even opportunities for them. You understand? Once you don't have to be upset all the time. You have to be happy. You have to be feeling joy. You have to understand that it's really important that you have to master in your life as you are living your life. It's going to help your children a lot. Plant a genuine joy in them so that as they are growing up, they have to grow to the point that they don't face more challenges in trying to to associate with others and how to create joy in themselves. They are within the environment. So you have to understand that and the plant genuine joy in them so that they have not to face a lot of challenges, right? Another point is also add the vitality, the importance, the function in them, the way they are going to work on things is going to be really special. It's not going to be similar to the others because what happened is once you are spending a lot of time, you are trying to plant a certain skills in them and a certain techniques of their life. So you have to understand how to help them to grow in the way that they are able to function on things well or properly. All right, and at the same time, I have to also add on part of the it adds the resilience relationship whereby they are going to uh, once maybe they go out, they are able to come back to the position of relationship that you create with them. They are going to understand what's the difference between the relationship, the outside relationship, and the inside relationship. When I'm talking inside, I mean the family relationship that you have and the outside relationship. They are going to make the difference, and also they are going to be able once they go out they are able to socialize with people based on the outside relationship that they have, and when they come back to home they are going to have a understanding of how they can socialize based on the home where they are, right? So it's really important. They are going to be resilient. When they go outside, they don't go outside for good. They are able to come back to the normal relationship that that they grew up with. So you have to understand that and you help them to understand that type of relationship so that as they are growing up they have to be resilient to the relationship that you have with them as well as others. Another point, they are going to learn to trust others and also they feel safe. All right. Once you have that type of chats with your children, with your kids, you spend a lot of time with your kids. It's helped them to grow well, and also it helped them to trust that they have the parents. Once they are in challenges, they're able to call you to tell you. For example, let's talk about a child is maybe praying along with something. Maybe he eventually just accidentally see a snake. Is going to run to a father or mother because they understand that that's where they can only get the help. So if maybe you are not spending more time with your children, they don't have even once they are praying, maybe they see something threatening, they try to come back to you, maybe to for help. They don't find you, or maybe you are not there to attend to their words or to their requests. As a result, they will lose the trust. It will be like a mistrust now. It's trust versus a mistrust, which is a hope, where we are dealing with hope. So once you are not creating that conducive environment between you and the child or the baby, yeah, the baby will lose trust in you, and as a result, anything if anything is dangerous, will not even learn to come to get the help from you as the parents. They will try to fight for that thing, so they have to solve it on their own. As a result, it's going to maybe harm them because their capability, their capacity to such a thing is not to that level. So you might keep on damaging your children. Even the mentality, the thinking of or all reasoning is going to be affected because they feel unloved. They feel like they don't even as they are growing up. They are not even going to trust other people because they grew up with that drive of understanding that we have not to trust anyone. As a result, they are going to be affected, right? Another point. It helps to develop the self-confidence and the motivation in classroom. All right, so once you're having that type of conservation with your children, you're praying with your children, it helps to develop confidence in them. They're going to create confidence. They're going to have really brilliant confidence in them that they can do something. All right, they are not going to doubt on themselves. They are going to have that confidence that they can do something really special and different from what people think. So you have to create that environment that impart the knowledge in them, and also that impart the confidence in them, so that as they are growing up they have not to doubt on themselves, they have not to feel like they can't exceed to the best percentage of their life. So they have to understand that, and they are going to be motivated. They're going to be motivated in classroom. Let me give you a pre example of one of a student, of a learner, or maybe a child. If maybe a child is raised in the environment whereby parents, they are always trying to bring the child in the environment whereby the child has to concentrate on education things, this child is going to be motivated. They show the child maybe different things based on the academic status. They are going to understand how to drive themselves toward what they see. So motivation is something that drives you toward the goal that you set in your life. So once they are getting motivated, they are going to understand how to uh, handle themselves as they work toward their goals. All right. So it's really important once you are spending a lot of time, because yourself you have gone through different things, you understand life, you know different, you know the weaknesses and the strengths. Once a person is facing is having strengths on one area, it's having also one area weaknesses, you are able to balance them and and bring in more strengths, so that the child is able to overcome different challenges, is able to understand how life is, and feel motivated. You have also to motivate your child, right? And to understand different things, to say that okay, if I can do this, next time I can do this more than this. All right. And maybe I have to be at that level of maybe someone like that. So all of that is going to help the children as they're working in class. They're going to understand what is the essence of the life as they are working toward the goals, right? So it's really important that you have to understand to motivate your children, so that as they are living their life, they have to understand how to drive themselves toward their goals, because when we're talking about motivation, is a goal directed uh, behavior that guides us, right? It guides us, it brings us into the environment, into the platform whereby we're able to see that as we are driving ourselves toward our goals, our destiny, we're able to understand what type of behavior we have to create in order for us to get to the point that we wish to be. All right. So it's really important that you have to understand that, and also it helps to be guided and wrapped. Once you're praying with your children, in the essence of praying with them, you are trying to share a guidance in them, right? You have to be doing this, you have to be doing this. All right, that type of guidance is going to help them. They're growing up and working toward their destiny. They are going to understand how to live their life, how to master what is for them. All right. And also they feel loved. Once you're praying with your children, let me talk about the child. The parents, they never try to attend to pray with the child. The child will feel unloved, will feel in a way that it's not planting a certain brilliant uniqueness in the child that others can maybe learn from. So it's really important that you have to show love, you have to pray with them, you have once you are showing that type of love, the children, they're going to understand that parents, the values, right? And we're important people in the world. So it's going to help them a lot. And another point is going to develop a good morally, because you're spending a lot of time with them. You are trying to tell them what is wrong and what's right, right? So they are able to differentiate what is right and what's wrong. So you have to understand that, and try to build a good morality in the children as they are getting raised. You understand, some people they get ask you, maybe you were not raised by your children, your parents, that's why you're behaving like this. But if you spend more time with them, they're going to grow well, because they understand that okay, if the child is behaving this way, it means this. So the child has to differentiate what's good and what's wrong, right? As they're growing up, they reach the stage where they're going to differentiate what's right and what's wrong. All right. So it's really important. If you never try to attend to your children, they will never try to understand what's right and what's wrong. So this is what I wish and I prepared to share with you. Thank you very much for attending my YouTube channel. Bye bye. I'll see you next time.